In the previous program, we talked about the second time that King Li Tianwang released water again when he added Song Haokeng. Why is this? The first time he added was that he met Huang Dadi to get Song Ho to the heavens, and let Li Tianwang go through the motions. How to understand this? But the second time, does Yudi want to catch Song Haokeng? If the Supreme Veteran Army intervenes, the Jade Land can no longer be a dim. Second, if he didn't want to, he wouldn't send 100,000 heavenly soldiers to appear. The task of the Jade Yellow Earth wanting Song Ho to sneak away has been completed, and the Jade Land can end. As a result, this time it was actually Yudi who wanted to catch King Li and didn't want to arrest him. Why is that? Speaking of this, we must explain, disassemble, and disassemble. What kind of background does this King Li have? In the 83rd episode of The Secretary, there is a description that the four-head chief went to the sea on the 20th and quietly broke into the Crystal Palace again, and the Bishop Dragon wanted to draw gold as a belt. After the King of Heaven knew, Kongxing was counted as the forehead length to be killed, and the forehead chief angrily put the knife in his hand to cut the end of the meat ring for the end of the ancient ring, and returned the interest of his parents, and then went to the Western Bliss to tell me. The Buddha is in the Jinglu essay lecture on the Wunda. Someone taught, help, the Buddha will play a look, know that it is the soul of the forehead, so he will be one with the ancient and the karma, and recite the words of his death and resurrection, and the forehead will get his life. This is the story of the forehead in the journey to the West Jingyuan pillar. Do you feel that it is different from the demonstration version we are familiar with? It seems to be completely different. The person with the forehead is not too real but familiar with the Buddha. The Tathagata has created the slave is the Buddha to the father, the slave is blamed, the slave has to call the slave to come to the father for a lifetime, after the slave is resurrected, to kill the king to the revenge of the ancients. The King of Heaven is helpless, beg my Buddha to come out. The Tathagata is to and Wei Gui this he is a zero dragon to shoot the son of the emperor, then he is on the layers of Buddha acting light. The slave changer used the Buddha to protect his father, explained the fate. Since then, the king here is called the King of Totari. After understanding this story, the relationship between the king of the inside and the slave, we have already been clear. In fact, it is a very awkward relationship. The king of the inside has to guard against the slave until now. And then the time when the rat scripture on the road to the west to learn the scriptures, Song Kong found the Jade Land to complain, and was tied up by the king of the inside to cut Song Kong. That is, the slave used a sword to marry the original residence 83rd. It turned out that today Yun Xian was on the frame as a layer of trustees. Judging from this description, this can be how much like a son. No matter how you look at it, he was sent to monitor the king of Totari, and the reason why the king of Totari is the king of Totari is mainly thanks to the Tathagata who gave him this pagoda. So the King of Heaven is bitter in his heart. If you can't save the Tathagata, where will I come from as an enemy? But I have to thank him. Not only thank him but also listen to him, and I will look back to see if this can be done. Oh, take a breath, bitter killing, or the original 83rd Tianwang Road. I only have 3 sons, 1 daughter. The eldest son is clearly called the light bomb whether the Tathagata is the front household law. The second son is clearly called Mucha. In the South China Sea Suiguan is because of the land. The 3 children are clearly slaves by my side, morning and evening with the tiger price. In the revision, the light bomb only appeared in the name, there was no action. The front household law did not follow the Tathagata to try the country or something. This front household law, it is estimated that it is a name. In fact, it is King Li who is there in the Tathagata. There is only a hostage, so it can be sent by the Tathagata to monitor King Li, although King Li himself is said to be a minister of the pre-land, but at the same time, he also has to obey the Tathagata. Song Kong is now the #1 sinner of the scale. If he catches Song Kong, who is the one who has set up a big palace, who doesn't want such a big old man, as long as Song Kong is not caught, then the Tathagata will have the opportunity to appear sooner or later. So King Li Tianwang is the second time to bite the flag of the mountain. So let it belong, that is, to give the Tathagata a chance to appear, but the Tathagata has not yet appeared. About the spectrum is coming first. What are the plans for the spectrum? Everyone must know to be clear. At this time about the spectrum, the score is the next episode of the Tathagata. According to it, about the spectrum and the Tathagata are level. Everyone belongs to the spectrum of the elderless, and about the spectrum has long seen through all this. If the Tathagata appeared to catch Song Kong, then the pattern of the spectrum is not old. There will definitely be a fundamental change. The Tathagata will go up, then the status of the genealogy will definitely be impacted. The 2 people are still the same Buddhist system, not to mention the internal competition. So let's say that this Li Tianwang is the center of the Tathagata. Of course it is impossible. He is definitely enough for the emperor not to be centered on the Tathagata. So Li Tianwang also gave himself a back road. his eldest son and the third son can't count on it. One is able and mixed, is his own enemy, and the other is placed in the Tathagata. Of course, it's qualitative, but I still have a son, Mucha, so Lao Li Wei is in charge of this back road, that is, let his son Mucha follow Guanyin Pusa. You have to pay special attention to this. Mucha has only followed Guanyin Pusa in recent years. This time Tai Tai is very important, just before Song Kong began to rise, so we can boldly infer whether Li Tianwang got some rumors in advance. And let Mucha follow Guanyin, that is, to sell personal favors, let Mucha leak some information to Guanyin in advance. Li Tianwang is openly helping the Tathagata to secretly contact Guanyin to give the Tathagata 10.5. Why is Li Tianwang so corrected? Because this is also the key thing to change the pattern. Li Tianwang is also not allowed to move in the direction of the wind, so he has to invest in many ways to avoid risks. After Guanyin Pusa met with Yudi, he first listened to Yudi's tone, looked at the situation. Tai's Heng Lao Jin was also there, and Yudi knew it in his heart. The current situation was very stalemate, and he was the key person to break the deadlock, so Pusa took the initiative to apply for the task of inquiring about the news, and the person who destroyed the case arrived. You can quickly go down to the sky to find out where Wagwa Mountain is. How about it, if you are competitive, you can help a palace, and mistakenly merge the huge reality to reply. Guanyin Pusa sent a wooden messenger to find out the news. What is the purpose? After Mucha and Zhong Kong fought, he occupied 50 or 60 matches of gold, and the meeting case was not counted as a horse that could not hide the enemy's lion left, and after coming back, he said to the arrogant King Li Tianwang, who was angry and said that the great sage, the host is a great power, and the divine power is vast, and the divination is not yet available, and the king of Li Tianwang saw his heart. Xin Jin is desperately ordering the table to ask for help, and the powerful ghost king to change the wealth, and the prince is the prince, and the heavenly body is disturbed, but it is found that there is none. If Mucha doesn't come, King Li Tianwang will be embarrassed to ask for help. I have so much leisure, such a luxurious Jinrong, I can't beat a branch of wealth. How can I open two mouths? I didn't even catch a single branch of wealth. How can I go back and explain? 28-star brother, you cut a few bastards. What do you mean? Yes, I didn't let you fight Song Kong. Isn't that for your good? But you don't even catch a single branch of wealth for me. What do you mean? We must say, who is the backstage of these 28-star brothers? Later, when Hun died and was punished by the supreme veteran to burn the stove as a precedent. According to Chiu Ji, who invited in and who took this iron worry. Brother 28 stars must be a veteran soldier, right? Therefore, we can boldly infer that before the 28-star brothers fell to the foot and crossed the mountain, the old army must have deliberately explained. Everyone, I want to live, but who knows which good son you want from the old army? Do you want one good son or two good sons? Come on, let's just let it go. And Guanshan Taihuzi, as the smartest immortal in the journey to the West world, has long been on the plate, and the only task he brings is to give Tai Ti. Iron. That's a lot of work. Hurry up, I don't have 100,000 days, I am the same heart.